All right, here we go. No bonus pick this week because I'm ice cold on the Oregon point spread train. But I tell you what, my favorite bet of the week is Michigan minus 5.5. Revenge spot against Washington. Coming off a loss at home. Washington on the road hasn't been great. Traveling multiple time zones, again, hasn't been great. Give me Michigan to bounce Justice Haynes or not. If he's not there, 2013. If he is there, 27-13. I think Michigan's defense is a lot closer to Ohio State's than Rutgers. And look, I like Damon Williams a lot. I've been a fan of his since he started to break out a bit last year with the Huskies, but dude has been balling this year. And everyone's asking, why isn't Washington ranked? And I have him just outside my top 25, but it's because they haven't played a Big Ten team that is really that good. Here's your opportunity. You go beat Michigan on the road. No way I'm leaving Washington. Not just outside of the top 25. They might catapult inside the top 20, depending on how it looks. But I like Michigan here. Again, back to my theme of the day. The emotions. The revenge factor. Alabama is looking for revenge. Utah is looking for revenge. Michigan looking for revenge. I think it is one of those spooky revenge kind of weeks. Halloween's right around the corner, so I'm going to choose to make that my reason. It's as good as any to pick a college football game, quite frankly. So give me Michigan minus 5.5 against Washington at home. I think Bryce Underwood is starting to play a little bit better. He's not the reason why I am taking them. His legs could be a factor, and Washington will feel like they're looking in a mirror going, a quarterback that's doing a bunch of running, who's the best athlete on the field, that's our thing. We do that. Michigan will say, yeah, we can do that too. So give me Michigan to win that game, cover the 5.5. It's time to get back upon another absolute wagon of a train, if that makes sense. Mississippi State plus 9.5 at Florida. I have half a mind to pick Mississippi State to win this game. You know what? I'm taking Mississippi State to win the game outright. I think this is Billy Napier's final game coaching for the Florida Gators. I think Mississippi State goes into the swamp, finds a way to win the football game. Give me the Bulldogs to win it outright. 21-20. They scrape by. They scrape by and just discover a way to go win the football game. I have nothing to feel good about with Florida. Nothing. When you are there's always a final blow. When a coach is in his final moments, you look back and go, oh, that was the final blow. Northwestern was the final blow for James Franklin. This could be the punishing blow for Hugh Freeze at Auburn. An 0-4 start to SEC play, losing again at home in your third year. This could be it. This could very well be it. I think this will be it. With that rumor swirling around the Florida football program, I wish Billy Napier all the best in life. He's not the guy to be Florida's head coach anymore. Hasn't been for a while, as I have been saying. But Mississippi State, I think they go in there, shock the Gators a little bit, and you leave Scott Strickland with no other option other than, yeah, Billy Napier's no longer the head coach. Since you're at home, you can't tarmac a head coach, but maybe just don't have him show up for the post-game press conference. Give me Mississippi State to pull the upsets. Give me one of those statement wins for the Bulldogs on Saturday. Another one. This is on Friday night. Make sure you get on this before the game starts. Minnesota plus 7.5 against Nebraska. This is a serious upset alert. Serious outright upset alert. Nebraska's defense in Big Ten play hasn't been good. It's an opportunity, like that scene in The Big Short. And that, you're too close, is an opportunity. Well, here's an opportunity for Minnesota's offense, which has been average at best, to get back on track. Which of their two running backs will they get going? I don't know. I don't care. Has to be one of them if they're winning the game outright. If one of those guys, and I'm sure the Golden Gophers would love for it to be Darius Taylor, if he gets over 100 yards in this game, Nebraska is on outright upset alert watch. You had a rumor with your coach, which kind of got shut down, but nothing's ever truly set in stone until the big extension's been signed Kurt Signetti style. So that's hovering around the program on the road Friday night. Minnesota's defense is solid. Nebraska's defense hasn't been good. If the Golden Gophers can get just a little bit of offense, I think they can cover that 7.5 spread. Give me Nebraska to win a close one, but Minnesota covers just over a touchdown. How about this one? You're not thinking about this game a whole heck of a lot. But this could be actually more than Michigan, Washington, my favorite bet of the week. Cal is minus 9.5 against, drumroll please, North Carolina. What about the North Carolina football program and the team? You know, those can be two separate things. What about that do you not want to fade at the moment? Jaren Kiave Sangapolotele can go crazy. And guess what? I don't care that Bill and Steve Belichick are there. Their defense isn't actually good. Nothing about North Carolina actually is very good. Maybe it'll work out in the long run. It's not working out in the short run. And what are they doing? Making a cross-country trip. These have been incredibly difficult. Cal took on Duke last week. I thought they would lose because Duke's a better team. They did. So they're looking for a bounce-back win. Playing North Carolina. Kind of strange. You go Duke, North Carolina back-to-back as the California Golden Bears. Yeah, it's weird. But guess what? That's where we're at in college football. And I don't think North Carolina looks like a very motivated, well-coached, or talented football team right now. They are none of those three things. Cal has way more urgency at home. Way better quarterback in this game. It is not particularly close. I will take Cal 34, North Carolina 13. I think the Bears roll over the Tar Heels. Lastly, I don't know about this one. This is again an emotional vibes pick, but I need an emotional kind of week for the picks, which are in bad shape. They were in 3-3 last week. Felt like a win. That's why we don't have the bonus pick this week. For those interested, I think Oregon covers 17.5 at Rutgers in a bounce back spot, even though they're making a long trip on the road. But I'm not putting that in here because I included Oregon last week, and if I hadn't, would have had my first winning week in quite a while. Quite a while. UCLA is down to a 2.5-point favorite against Maryland. Speaking of wagons to hitch a ride on, the Bruins are just playing good football right now. They beat Penn State. They go into East Lansing and crush Sparty. I don't know how you don't like that one. I don't know why this line has come down. This was UCLA minus 3.5, less than a field goal at home. Again, long trip. Long trips can be tough. Maryland got off to that good start with the win over Wisconsin, the lead against Washington. It has been downhill since then. Since the fourth quarter of the Washington game, Maryland has looked more like the Maryland team I expected to see when the season began, which I thought would be one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. They're not. They're definitely not. That's reserved for, Wisconsin and Penn State, oddly enough. Just as we all predicted, that's why you play the games. But Jerry Neuheisel's still there. Nico Iamaleava's still there. UCLA is doing a lot of things right. UCLA minus 2.5. So, best bets for the week. Michigan minus 5.5, provided by our friends at FanDuel, of course. Mississippi State plus 9.5. I like the outright win. Minnesota plus 7.5. Cal minus 9.5. UCLA minus 2.5. There we go. Can't wait for a great week of college football. Appreciate everyone listening. I'll see you next time. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.